Welcome back to a new episode of the Leading Yourself podcast. As we enter the month of December, I want to do something a little bit different. December is a month of connection, celebration, reflection, and also the perfect moment to start dreaming about the future. So as we prepare for the new year, I want to guide you through an intentional process of letting go, reflecting deeply, and designing the best year yet. Over the next 4 weeks, I'll share simple but transformative exercises to help you close the chapter on 2024 and step into 2025 with clarity and purpose. And we're starting that challenge today. In today's episode, we're starting with an essential truth. To build something new, first, you need to make space. Welcome to the Leading Yourself podcast. This is your host, Carolina de Arriba. I'm an HR professional, health and fitness coach, wife, mom, and above all things, a goal-getter. In this podcast, we're going to be digging into all things leadership, professional and career development, habits, and relationships. This is a podcast for those who want to become the best version of themselves. Those who have big dreams and are willing to embrace the journey and put in the work to achieve them. My goal is to share with you the tools, tips, and tricks to help you in your journey. So let's dig into today's episode. December is here. Can you believe it? And I have to say, it's one of my absolute favorite months of the year. I know I probably have said that about other months too, but there's something truly magical about December. Maybe it's the holiday season with the focus on connection and quality time with family and friends. I feel like a time when we all pause and come together, something that we don't always prioritize enough during the rest of the year. And especially for me, it's hard because all my family lives in different countries. So it's really hard. And I really cherish this opportunity to connect again and spend quality time with family. But beyond the holiday spirit, what I really love about December is the space that it creates for reflection. For me, this is the season where I naturally find myself looking back at the accomplishments and the challenges and the lessons learned that I accumulated over the past year. It feels like the perfect moment to pause, to take stock, and to begin dreaming about what's next. Over the years, I've developed kind of like a little ritual for this process, a combination of reflection and forward planning that I've refined with small tweaks every year. It's a blend of art and science, and it's become my way of designing a meaningful and intentional start for the new year. This year, I want to share that process with you. So over the next 4 weeks, I'll guide you through 4 simple but powerful exercises to help you reflect in 2024 and design your 2025 with purpose. I'm calling it the Design Your Year Challenge. And it's a framework that will equip you with the tools to create a clear, intentional vision for the year ahead. I'm not going to promise that automatically is going to make 2024 your best year yet. I know that is kind of a cliche, but I genuinely believe that this framework can help you lay the foundation for something just extraordinary. So let's dive in and start designing a year that truly feels like yours. As the holiday transforms the world into a winter wonderland, many of us start dreaming about the new year. We create resolutions, we ambition our best year yet, a year filled with growth and success and joy and happiness. But here's the catch. One of the biggest mistakes we all make is bringing the baggage of the past year into the future. Think about it. When we plan the new year, we laser focus on what we will add. We dream about new habits and new routines and all the goals that we believe will help us thrive. We buy new planners. Mine just arrived yesterday. We sign up for fitness programs or we commit to reading one book every month. Yet, in the midst of all the excitement, we rarely pause to ask ourselves, what do I need to let go to make room for all of these changes? Picture your life as a suitcase. It is already packed with all your old clothes. Those are your worn out habits, your limiting beliefs, your unfinished projects, even some broken relationships. There's simply no room for the new. Adding more on top of what's already there doesn't create space for growth. It just creates clutter. And just like an overstuffed suitcase, it gets harder to carry as time goes on. This is where the overwhelm kicks in. No surprise that many resolutions fall apart about mid-February. They said about 80 people will give up on their New Year resolutions by Valentine's Day. And that is not because people lack willpower or motivation. It's because they're trying to build something new on a shaky foundation. The weight of their unresolved baggage keeps pulling them back. Letting go is so powerful. It's about clearing out the mental, the emotional, and sometimes even the physical clutter that no longer serves us. It's saying goodbye to the habits that hold us back, the narratives that keeps us stuck, and the commitments that drain us. When we let go, we create space for clarity, for intentionality, and for a meaningful progress. Before we add another layer of more to our lives, we need to start by subtracting, by releasing what no longer serves us. And as we do that, we open ourselves up to receive the abundance of what can be. Letting go isn't about loss, it's about liberation. It's about giving ourselves the freedom to move forward lighter, stronger, and more aligned with the future that we're striving to create. So, as you think about the year ahead, I want you to ask yourself, what is that you're carrying that no longer you need? What is that you are ready to let go of to make room for what's to come? The answers might just be the key to have your best year yet. If you didn't live behind what no longer serves you in 2024, you won't have the space mentally, emotionally, or physically for all the incredible new things that 2025 could bring. Think of it like planting a garden. I'm not a gardener myself, but I've learned the theory behind it. Before you can grow fresh flowers or vegetables, you need to clear out the weeds and all growth from the previous season. Without that clearing process, even the best seeds won't thrive. I know this because mine didn't thrive. The same goes for our lives. If you carry unresolved baggage into the new year, it limits your ability to embrace change, to pursue your goals, and to step into your fullest potential. So before setting new goals or dreaming up of your New Year resolutions, you need to pause and reflect. This step is often skipped because we're so eager to move forward, but it's so foundational to success. Reflection allows us to take inventory of what has been working, what hasn't, and what we're ready to leave behind. By identifying what no longer serves us, whether it's unproductive habits or maybe draining commitments or outdated mindsets, we create the space that we need for growth, for clarity, for intentional progress. So to help you get started, I'm going to guide you through 5 powerful questions designed to help you identify what's holding you back. These questions will encourage you to dig deeper and uncover the things that might be weighting you down, even sometimes subconsciously. Whether it's something as tangible as an overfilled calendar or something as intangible as self-doubt. Recognizing all of these barriers is the first step forward to letting them go. And because I know that reflection and goal setting can feel overwhelming without structure, I have created a Notion Hub template to support you through this process. This template is just more than a tool. It's a roadmap for the next 4 weeks. I have designed it to help you thoroughly release what no longer serves you and set confidently into 2025 with a clear and open mindset. It's very simple to use. It keeps everything organized and serves as your accountability partner throughout the challenge. You can download this tool using the link on the show notes. Whether you are a seasoned Notion user or you don't even know what Notion is, the template is intuitive and easy to use and to customize. Please go and download it. Put pause as you do so you can follow along with the template, or you can download it after you finish listening to this podcast episode. But please do download it, because not only has the recordings from all the podcasts, but it has all of these templates that are going to guide you through every step. You're actually going to be able to type in there, so it's going to become kind of your journal, your tool. We're going to do a lot of things in this Notion Hub. So go download it. It's completely free. You can find it on the show notes of this podcast episode. Now, let's go over those 5 questions to help you let go and make space. Question number 1, what is one activity you want to let go of next year? Think about your weekly routine. Are there activities that feel more like an obligation than an opportunity? Maybe it's a commitment that you no longer enjoy. Or maybe it's a project that you're working at that has lost its relevance. Or maybe it's a habit that drains your time and your energy. For example, scrolling on your phone for hours or attending meetings out of habit rather than purpose. Letting go of even one unproductive activity can create a ripple effect, freeing up mental space and energy that now you can invest in things that truly matter, in those activities that are aligned with your goals, the ones that you have for 2025. Question number 2, what is one thought or limiting belief that you must release? Our thoughts shape our actions, and limiting beliefs act like invisible barriers, keeping us from reaching our potential. Maybe you've told yourself, I'm too old to start something new, or I'm too young to even try, or I'll never be good at that. All of these thoughts aren't truths. They're stories that we've adopted over time. Reflect on the belief that held you back the most this 2024. What would life look like if you let it go? By releasing that limiting belief, just one, you will make space for empowering beliefs that will fuel your success in the year ahead. Okay, question number 3. What is something you want to stop wishing for? We all have dreams or desires that sit on that back burner, consuming our mental energy without any action. Maybe for you, it's learning a new skill or starting a new hustle or taking a big leap. If you haven't taken steps towards making that goal a reality, maybe it's time to ask yourself why. Is it because it doesn't align with your current priorities anymore? Be really honest. And if that is the truth, if they're not longer aligned with your current priorities, it's okay to let it go. Wishing without action becomes emotional clutter. Let me repeat that one more time. Wishing without action becomes emotional clutter. So releasing those unpursued dreams It's going to clear space for the goals that you truly want, those that you're ready to start working towards. Question number 4. What is something you want to stop spending time or money on? You know, your resources, time, energy, and money are precious. So it's time to take a hard look at where they're going. Are there subscriptions that you forgot you had? Routines you do out of habit? Or hobbies that you've outgrown? Maybe it's social events you attend out of obligation rather than joy. You know, by cutting back on what no longer serves you, you'll reclaim valuable resources that can be redirected to pursue what brings you fulfillment and growth, and what is most aligned with what you want right now. Okay, the last question number 5. Who is someone you'll spend less time with? Relationships play a huge role in shaping our mindset and our energy. While it's important to approach this question with compassion, it's equally important to recognize when certain connections are draining or preventing you from growing. Think about who you spend the most time with. Are they supportive of your journey, or do they pull you into negativity or distraction? This isn't about cutting ties entirely. It's about prioritizing relationships that uplift you and spending less time in dynamics that hinder your progress. So who will be that person that today is holding you back, that you will purposefully spend less time with next year? And again, I'm not saying you're cutting that person off your life. What I'm saying is just spending less time with them so you can spend more time with like-minded individuals that are going to raise you up to your success in 2025. I'm going to quickly interrupt today's podcast episode to share something exciting with you. I personally believe that who you surround yourself with can change everything. The truth is, your circle can either lift you up towards your goals or can keep you stuck where you are. That's why in 2025, I want to surround myself with people who are committed to their personal growth, who dream big. I want to create a community where we can support each other as we reach new heights. That's why I'm launching the Leading Yourself Growth Community, a place where you can find the support, the accountability, and the inspiration that you need to take your life and your career to the next level. If you're interested to join this free community, just go to the show notes in this podcast episode to find out more information. And now, let's get back to today's episode. So those are the 5 questions. Each of these questions is designed to help you intentionally create space, physically, mentally, and emotionally, so that you can be ready to welcome all the opportunities and the growth that 2025 has to offer. Take time to reflect deeply, and don't be afraid to release what no longer serves you. It's one of the most powerful steps you can take as you prepare for your best year yet. Now let's talk about next steps. If you are ready to start clearing the path for a brighter 2025, I want you to begin by downloading the Notion template that is linked on the show notes. This template is designed to help you dive deeper into the 5 questions that we just explored, offering a structured way to reflect and document your thoughts. Set aside some quiet time to engage with these questions. Whether it's journaling in your favorite notebook, typing them into the Notion template, or simply sitting in stillness and reflecting. The key is to approach this process with honesty and openness. Think of it as decluttering your mind and your heart and creating space for what truly matters. As we continue this podcast series, we'll be building on this foundation together. You'll learn how to set intentional goals, to craft routines that align with your vision, and to create a year that reflects your values, your dreams, and your aspirations. But here's the thing. None of that can happen unless you first let go of what no longer serves you. Remember, every new beginning starts with making room for it. Let's say goodbye to habits, thoughts, and commitments that are holding you back, and let's welcome the incredible opportunities that await you in 2025. Take the first step today, reflect, release, and let's start fresh. You're not just setting resolutions for the new year, you're designing a life that feels aligned, purposeful, and fulfilling. So let's make 2025 our best year yet. I hope this first step inspire you to take some action, starting by downloading that template and filling it out and reflecting on these 5 questions we talked about today. There is more to reflect on and more exercises included on that Notion template I referenced. So I'm leaving you homework for this week, but I can't wait to continue with the second exercise next week. It's going to be great now that we're laying this foundation that is going to help us build our vision, our goals, intentions, and habits for 2025. I hope you have an amazing week ahead, and I can't wait to talk to you again next week here on the Leading Yourself podcast. Okay, my friend, that's all I've got for you today. But before you go, 2 quick reminders. Number 1, if we're not already friends on Instagram, let's get connected. You can find me as Leading Yourself Podcast. Number 2, make sure you're subscribed to the podcast so you never miss an episode. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am incredibly grateful that you're in this journey with me. I want to leave you with one last thought. I want to remind you that you're destined for more and that every step that you take brings you closer to becoming that best version of yourself. Embrace each day as a chance to learn, grow, and chase your dreams. The world needs you to shine brightly, so go out and show up fully and authentically. Take care, and I'll see you next time.